What up, running fam? Today we're going to be talking about the Jacksonville Grand Prix. All right, as we get into it, the Jacksonville Grand Prix is actually hosted through First Place Sports Running, which is a company that helps other organizations put on races throughout the year. They help with the timing chips, putting up a starting line, the bibs that we get. If they gotta help with the medals, t-shirts, whatever it is that puts on a great race for that certain organization. And then First Place Sports has their own that like certain company sponsors as for this Grand Prix. As we get into the calendar, we can see, they're going to be hosting pretty much a race every weekend. And as we get further along into it, we see these certain races that have these Jacksonville Grand Prix tags throughout the year. Those are all the races involved in the Jacksonville Grand Prix series, which are the races that I'll be running throughout the year. And again, if I want to run a different race outside of that event, I can always hop into that as well. As we get into the Jacksonville Grand Prix page, this is going to overall explanation of what the Grand Prix is. There is two halves, the fall half and the spring half. Fall is going to be the first half of the season, and then spring is the second half. We are currently in the spring season, halfway through that half. So each half says 8 to 10 races, but they've been 10 races because they take your 8 best score for each half, which is pretty nice because if you have an off race, you're just not feeling that well, or you have something that's coming up that weekend outside of running, and you have to miss that race, that won't count against you. So some leeway there. So they're going to take your top 8 scores for that half, which is pretty nice. And then what they also do is they take your better half. So let's say the first half you're learning to run, you're just not getting into it, and you score low, but you just spring back up to that second half, and you really have a great second half of the season that can actually put you in the top of the leaderboard for the overall season scores. So there's 2 ways you can win in the Jacksonville Grand Prix. There is a overall winner, which is scored based on the age grade scoring system. So I'm not quite sure how that works. I know it takes like your time with your age divided by like the best time that's possible for that run. So you have an age grade for each race, and the overall winner after each season gets some cash prizes, as we can see here. First place taking $1,000, and then we're gonna go all the way down to 5th place with $100. Now there is also a age group award. I don't know the cash prize for that yet, or what the exact award is, if it's just a trophy or something, but you can get an award for your being top in your age group. Each race is scored for your age group, starting with first place at 100, and then if you go all the way down to 10th place, you get 10 points. Anything lower than that, you just get a 0 for that. So I'm going to get into the leaderboards and show you kind of how the exact scoring plays. So I've already completed the first half of the season, so I'm going to show the overall. We can see that there was over 1,000 runners here this first half. We go up. I actually placed pretty well. I got placed 66 overall out of those 1,100 people. You can see my age scores throughout each race was at 42, 49, 49, 45. So now the second half I've actually been doing a little bit better. I know it says 133 overall, but that can always bump up. But as you can see, my actual A grades have been improved with that 52, 52, 52. So I'm increasing my run-ins, which is nice with the overalls. Again, if we start bumping up and getting more races, which is really nice, because if you're constantly running and you hit all those races, compared to like you can see this person above me, they've missed 2 races. So I'm accumulating points. If they miss like another race, that's like 50 points I can jump on to them. So being consistent and running every single race helps too, not just being fast, but actually getting everything when it comes to your overall score. And then if we go into the age, I'm just going to show my last half, or my first half age group. So it's going to show all the ages And if we jump down to 30 to 34, we can see that I actually placed, 61 out of 68. So I only scored 10 points. There's only one race where I got that 10th place finish. But again, you can see we're gonna have like these top level athletes and be racing everywhere, and they're gonna get all these scores. So he ended up taking first for the first half of the season. Now, again, if we go into the second half that we're currently in, doing a lot better. I'm gonna just go down to my age group. So currently I'm 15th out of 30, scoring 2 7th places already. So already way better than last season scoring wise. And then we have the top place person here. It shows you what I was talking about, comparing your first half and your second half. This Tyler McFarland, he had a great first half and he scored 635 points. So he could have just taken the second half of the season off and still won. But then we see second and third place, they actually, their second half of the season is where they scored better, and they ended up getting that top 3 with that. So that's where it says fall, spring, spring, fall, fall. So fall again is first half, spring is second half. So that's going to wrap up this video about talking about the Jacksonville Grand Prix. It's going to make a lot more sense when I'm actually doing the races and making the videos, showing where I'm scoring. Like I said, I've got 2 7th places halfway through the second half this season, and looking to climb up that leaderboard and get better and better each race. So till next time, you guys know what to do. See ya. Bye.